Yo, Chad, what's going on, baby? Welcome back to Wall Street Sessions. I hope you guys are ready for it. It is round one, first one for the week, and a nice, big, exciting one I think going to happen this week. As you guys can tell, I'm a little Lone Ranger for today. Jevo had a bit of a meeting. He is coming in a little bit later. Chris and them just had to quickly go out to the new offices, just get some of the signage, boards, all that type of stuff up. So that is going to be a little bit of back and forth. Alright, as I said, guys, we are a bit all over. Yeah, it is a very, very chaotic week for us. Obviously, getting things ready for the new offices. Obviously, we got a lot going on, so I do apologize for that one. Keegs, which area is the new offices? It's still going to be Newton Park, brother. Literally, it's like 5 minutes down the road, but it's just a case of relocating. So, yeah, as I said, like we are taking over another business, so you got to obviously strip down all that. There's a lot of work, a whole bunch of renovations. We are going to be doing a little bit behind the scenes series. We're going to see the TGs knocking some shit down and building our offices. That it will be something we'll be proud of. But here is the man. I'm just realized now I can't even see you, bro. Where's your camera?
Should be on.
Is it on?
There's no light on it.
Yeah, all right, guys. As I said, we are fighting here today. That's fine, brother. I'm going to reset it over here for you. I don't have it for you. Did you unplug it?
Plug that in.
Because I can't even see it now. There we go, guys. There's Jevo. You can see the man now. He should be there. So, Jev, how you doing, brother?
I'm doing good.
Good. Yeah, Chad. So, it has been a little bit all over the place. As I said, a typical Monday in the books. But we're not going to hold back here. There's quite a bit going to happen this week. If you guys don't know, I don't know if you're maybe under a rock, but it is NFP week. Yeah, guys, sorry there. I just realized Jev was still muted. Jev, how you doing, bro?
I'm good. Crazy week.
Yeah, there weren't sure for that one. We don't want to have Jev doing a whole analysis later and he's still muted. But yeah, it's NFP week, so going to be a good week. I think there's a lot of moves going to happen. I mean, this time around, it is a new month. We are moving things around. If you look at it also, from the first day on the Monday, we've got news coming out now in, half an hour. So, going to be interesting. I definitely think we can catch a move. Market's looking very, very good here for us. Again, guys, obviously the pre-launch of Project G is live. So we actually had our first call last night with those members. They've got a very deep insight into what the plan is here for today and for the rest of the week already. So obviously, if you want to get part of that, the link is the first one there. I will drop it in the chat for you guys. But that is something you guys also are not going to want to miss out on. Again, before anyone wants to ask me, guys, yes, we are streaming NFP, but for the closed community. So only our closed community will be there for NFP. So if you are wanting to trade that with us, you guys do know where to go for that. A little bit of last news, things I can think of before we get into anything else. I'm just trying to think here. Yo, I don't know. I think that's pretty much everything. Otherwise, let's just get this here. Project G. Copy. And we're going to pin it here in the chat for you guys. So that is all up and running. There's the link for Project G if you guys want to get a part of that. So the two promo codes. I don't know if Vote VF is still up or if it isn't. But otherwise you got VF launch. I think there's a new one coming soon. As you guys don't know, Shaq is in town. The boy is finally here. That's where we also a bit late for. We had some meetings. We're obviously planning about the stuff that's going to be happening with him. So you will see maybe a little bit of behind the scenes on Wednesday. We might just drop a little bit of scenery of what we are working ourselves in for. But other than that, guys, it is 1:15. I think it's about time we start getting into the charts. So let's start off with the fundamentals and what we are looking at. So today, as I said, basically a very, very clean sheet. The big one on the cards for us being USD PMI. So obviously you got your ISM manufacturing and final manufacturing. So for me, this is the one you want to watch, 345, which they want a flat number. And obviously you want to see basically this coming out later, which again, flat, well actually a decrease as well. So only the ISM manufacturing PMI, they've got a slight increase, but I don't know. So personally, we're going to see what happens there, what that can bring for the markets, but we already know what we're going to look at on that over there. Vote VF still working, just bought an account. There you go, Mark, dropping it for you guys. So Vote VF still working if you guys want to make use of that. As I said, might be deactivated soon. And then when that gets deactivated, is a little bit of a break until the next one. So make the most of it. It is a new month. So let's get past in some accounts. Now, guys, let's go over to the charts. When we're going to look over here, what you can see is DXY. We are looking for that bearish move. Very, very simple. We've traded down, taking that out there on the weekly. You're going to see us trading down, big rejection. So a lot of guys are going to tell you, yeah, but you can go for the wick fill, which is true. But obviously with everything else that leads up to it, we want to have more of a bearish outlook. We do know if this can close something like this over here, taking out those lows, that will be your sell continuation, and we can see that sell coming to the downside. And obviously very much off the bat, what I've been saying to you guys there, 103.450. This is the area I've been talking to you about. We've come close, we then rejected, came close, and just keep on rejecting. But I think this is the time we're going to need a big push to take out these lows, to go down there, and what better than NFP week. So again, this is my target for the week for $103.450. I'm going to see how we can get there. We're still looking on the lower time frames. We can see this EQ daily pivot very close to our Asia highs. So we've had our high of the day, moving on to the weekly pivot. I'm just going to put this out there, guys. Again, I don't want to keep plugging it, but I'm not going to spill the beans, because I take away from the guys that are putting money towards their education, putting themselves towards something. So I know it's going to sound like I'm just punting it the whole time, but if you were in the call, if you were in our prep call last night, when I say these things, you're going to know exactly what I was talking about. Guys, we spoke about this year, the move, weekly pivot, and we spoke about what was going to happen there. So if you were part of that call, you would know exactly what I'm talking about. As I said, guys, I don't want to just be like gatekeeping, but at the same time, this is a sense of I don't want to take away from the guys that aren't actually paying towards something.
We keep those gates, bro. We keep those gates.
It's unfair to just give everything now for free, which they are paying for. But if they would be able to tell you, this was all called for them. So again, guys, we want to see that move coming in, and same thing coming into the rest of the session. So what do we see here? Your chart doesn't show time frame. I'm on the 15-minute, brother, but I'm not going to go into that. I'm on the 15-minute at the moment. So what we are going to look at over here is we're back at this key level. So now that I said to you guys, same thing with this morning, is the key level over there. You basically, this was the make or break. We failed at our highs, and now Asia lows untested. So we want to see that push down for Asia lows and the big move downwards. So that's what we're going to look for there. Very much bearish outlook on NASDAQ, so on dollar. On to the indices, I'm pretty much bullish, guys. And if you're in the London session, again, this is very much a pretty spot on. I think we're going for 100% analysis this morning here. We spoke about we want to be bullish, but two things have to happen. Firstly, if we're going to be bullish, we want this to hold above Asia highs. So I said we can have the pullback, inducing those sellers having the fake out, but we don't want to see it go down to Asia lows. So if it goes for Asia lows, good chance we're going to have a very big push to the downside. We just wanted to see a bit of a fake out. So this was almost your consolidation block you had here. Fake it out, as you can see, taking the lows. A lot of guys wanting to sell now. They're looking for that big push to the downside. Trade back up. You got your retest over there, and now big move to the top side. So what I personally would look at, the big move to there. And again, as I said to you in this morning session, we look at NASDAQ as almost a lagging indicator to what US 30 did. So now let's go over to US 30. this is the same thing, guys. Again, we're talking about this morning. We said this is what we want to look for. USD traded up, holding Asia highs, but we said because USD already had the big move to the top side, we want to see a bit more of a pullback. So we wanted this one to trade down, taking Asia lows, which were untested, and aim for this weekly pivot. So we want to get it just at the weekly pivot. We want that retest. So I wouldn't be surprised getting close to market open if we don't just go straight off the bat and go for Asia lows and go bullish again. What we could see is a pull downwards again, test that weekly pivot, and then we want to go bullish. And once we're in that Asia range, very, very simple, target the daily key level, target daily highs, and look for the break. If it rejects at all daily highs, you can see the reversal. Otherwise, you want to see it break and just start running. So that's going to be the game plan. Yeah, pretty much bullish USD as well. Then lastly, with gold, again, same thing, guys. We traded down. So two things. I said to you guys, if we're going to trade bearish, we are going to be looking for that low of the day. And I said to you, we want to see this basically trade down and look for a move to 2300. So you can see our alerts already there, that being the psychological number. But I said also at the same time that 2300 is going to become a make or break for gold. If we start getting there, it can go either way. It can dump to the downside or it can reverse very strongly. But again, it is Monday. We could have Monday even be almost the inside day for us to basically trap people in, just build up that accumulation, moving towards the rest of the week. So what we can see here is if we wanted the buys, I say we wanted Asia highs, untested at that point, the retest of this zone, and that's where a lot of people are probably looking for the sells. Same thing, holding there back above Asia highs. That's where we've seen that dollar weakness start coming in, and we want to be trading to the weekly pivot. Thing with this move, guys, is I said make or break daily EQ, the number 2340. We saw in the past week, I think 2340 was hit almost every single day last week. It was a very, very influential area for gold. And honestly, we look like we're still in that range. So not going to be going anywhere just of yet. But I do want to just show you guys something. So it's a strategy we spoke about before, guys. But I'm just going to say I am sticking to the buys. I'm going to just say that. We're going to go with the buys. So what we can look for is, personally, I'd love to see this pullback, hit the daily EQ, look for a little bit of rejection on that 2340. Because why do I want to? I want to see us reject off these key levels, because what does that tell me? It tells me there's a lot of volume at that key area. So same way, if we can reject, find support at that weekly pivot and re-break, it's going to take a lot of volume on the break. So that's what you want to see, which is going to give us, when we buy, you can almost be very aggressive on the buy, because when it closes, any closures above you, it should just run away. So that's what we want to watch for, but definitely a bullish move on gold. But that is everything from my side. Jev, what are you looking at?
Okay, let's start off with DXY. So on the 4 hour last week, just want to double check here, guys. I haven't been charts as active today. So we did tap into this demand zone, price reacting into the supply zone. We can see price has tapped into the supply zone, respecting it and giving us that move towards the downside. Then we can see further, we can see price has broken below this level, giving us a further break of structure and leaving us with this new supply zone all the way up here. So I would love to see a bearish dollar, but I would like to see a retracement first all the way up, testing that weekly pivot one more time, tapping into the supply zone, pushing all the way down, taking out that low from Friday, and then tapping this S1 down here before we can see that move back to the downside, to the upside. So on the session, I want to see a shorter move to the upside on DXY, and then some sells. On EU, we can see price has broken below this demand zone, flipping price to supply. We have a supply zone up here, so we want to see price trade all the way up to that level. But before we can see that happen, same thing, I want to see EU trade all the way down towards this fair value gap in demand zone before we can get those longs coming in. I don't trust this wick down here. GU, very similar setup. However, we can see with that retracement we want to see, we can see with GU, there is a demand zone, fair value gap, and the S1. So GU looks much more cleaner for me, and also Asian highs untested to basically target the daily R1. And then on gold, like you said, then now that level of 2340, weekly pivot, daily pivot, supply zone over here, price really rejecting that point. If we could see gold do something like this, that will be ideal. Potentially see price dropping, and then I want to see gold trade all the way down towards this demand zone down here, taking out this little trend line liquidity which you see at this point. before we can see those longs towards the upside. And then on US30, we can see where the supply zone marked over here from last week. Price tapped into that level, respected it very nicely, and then we can see over here, so this is a last break of structure. Last break of structure, 50 minute, and then we can see the lowest price left, price then flipped, changing character, leaving us with a new supply zone. So I would expect US30 to actually give us some sells this session. So tap into the zone and then move towards the downside. Just want to see some confluence here. Just want to see some confluence. So that supply zone with this extreme fair value gap, if I can see price tap into this level, that will be perfect. And then on Nasdaq, oh, very choppy. Before I can look for longs on here, I want to see Nasdaq trade all the way down. But initially, the R1, the supply zone, I would love to see this happen on Nasdaq. A move towards the upside, tapping into that level, and then dropping all the way back down. Also, just excuse me guys, I didn't do chart hygiene as yet, so some of these pivots are still in the wrong places, like this S1 over here. But that's basically me. Locked in on GU, EU gold, USDT, and Nasdaq.
Awesome, brother. I'll be with you now. It's still on your screen. I'm just finalizing something here.
All good, all good. See the chat saying, chat.
Alright, so let's see what are the markets doing. We basically got 2 minutes till market open, and then we're going to take it from there. But let's see what does the chat say. Good afternoon, Keys and Jevon. I made profits on GBP JPY from institutional trader community stream. Good for you, brother. Thanks to G's, pleasure, my man. Such a cake, sup bro, pew. Hey Chad, Jeff, can you check oil? It's near the 4-hour support.
I will check it out for you, my man. I will check it out for you.
Gold looking beautiful, it definitely is. If you guys need hands for the move, hit your boy up. Good afternoon, Jeff and Keegan. What's up, Han? Thanks, gents, watching you from UAE. Awesome. Hey, glad to have you here, brother. 50-minute gold inverse head and shoulders. Could that possibly push price up ahead of PMI? Chemo, I do see it, but personally, I'm not a fan of it. And personally, when it comes to formations and those type of things, I don't like looking at them. If I am looking at them, it's a minimum on the 4-hour. I'm not really looking at them on a 50-minute time frame, just because it's too volatile in that sense to have a solid formation.
Can you click through on my screen maybe just to answer?
I'll do it for you now, brother.
Alexander.
But yeah, just hope that answers you, bro. Not saying it doesn't work, but that is just me personally. I don't it's on a 15. Should I buy Euro USD? That is up to you, Nasty.
So Alexander, the way I see it with oil, we can see the daily S2. So if I can just see oil trade down slightly below that level, tapping this fair value gap. So basically, I would say 76.50, that level. I want to see price react from there and go bullish. But yeah, that's it.
Alex, bro, there's a reason. It's just the same way I don't trade USD Turkey. I don't see a list for it. There's no crave for it. I've got my pairs I trade. I've even made the list shorter over the last month, and again, I've been the most profitable I've been in probably the last 6-7 months. So just because there's 100 charts doesn't mean I have to trade all 100. Find the ones you like, find the ones you're comfortable with, and if you're profitable with them, don't change it. So just simple as that. But there was something, I was going to answer. Where did I see there was something I was going to answer? I've eaten 4 breeze on gold today. Damn, King Shaker, it's 4 trades, bro. 4 trades on a pair that's like got nothing to really do. Which areas in your answer that? Also keep in mind, guys, we are on the road to 9k. I think we literally like 40 subs or something like that away now at the moment. When we hit it, guys, we will be giving away 10k funded accounts. So look forward to that. It is around the corner. Maybe we hit it today, who knows. And of course, we didn't forget, guys, just today was a bit of a rush. So maybe tomorrow or either midweek Wednesday, I'm going to chat to Chris. We'll see about. We still have the 1 mil giveaway account we're going to be doing. So trust me, we haven't forgot about it. We're just trying to look for a good day where it's not rushed. So either tomorrow, we can just do it for you guys quickly in the London stream, or we will be doing it on Wednesday, maybe like the middle of the week. We'll see. I'll chat to Chris about that one. Pure James dropping out today. Thanks, G's. 100%. Hey, and markets are open, guys. It's not round 3, it's only round 2, Dale. But round 2, fight. Hope you guys are ready for this. Let's get it going, guys. Bro, imagine, Jeff, do you use fair value gaps or fair value gaps with the order block?
It depends. So here's my thing also. So I see it differently. I see a fair value gap and an imbalance differently. For my supply and demand zones on my bigger time frames, the move that takes place from that forms a supply demand zone must form an imbalance. And then for my zones I enter from, the confluence there is a supply demand with inverse fair value gap.
Yeah. Also, that's actually what I wanted to say, guys. I just want to keep note of this. I don't even know what the guy's name is, and I'm not going to be that person name and shame him, yeah. But I don't know if Jeff will know who I'm talking about, yeah. I don't know if he does watch the streams or not.
That's up.
If he does, my brother, please. You're talking to people at the end of the day. Things happen and it will be investigated. But when you message a support, please, my brother, if you use that language again, I will rip your tongue out of your mouth and I'll smack you with it.
Wait, what happened?
Learn some manners. Because firstly, you don't know if it's a male. You don't know if it's a woman you're talking to. People at the end of the day are doing their jobs. There's a process to things and how they have to do it. So please, guys, when you talk to support, be nice to the people. Don't get rude and out of place like that. Because my brother, if I find you, I will smack the living shit out of you. So just remember, guys, have some manners when you talk to some people. So if my brother's here in the chat, he will know exactly who it is. Sounds like an Anton move, bro. Trust me, I wouldn't be surprised if that low-key is Anton. Yeah, I'll give you a heart as well. Yeah. Standing on business. Yeah, damn. Okay, cool, man. J, respect. I definitely think it's less is better. I'm slowly moving away from currencies, and I want to fully focus on gold and NAS. Alex, bro, you know, even I'll tell you, and I think Chris would even tell you, the dream I think any trader would have is to trade one pair and be profitable on, because it just takes less worry off yourself. So that would just be it. Peach Nation ready to roll up and send the address. Hey, King Shaq, that's the thing, bro. We actually were talking about this with Shaq when we were at lunch now. Bro, the community, we love it, but damn, you guys stand together. You're a family. Like, if one person comes in here and people step out of line or like take a shot at us or even take a shot at someone in the community, you guys go hard on them. So I love it, though. I love it. Peter who's so rude, man? Nah, respect, fam, goes a long way. Yeah, guys, as I say, you don't know who's on the other end of it. And again, they are just doing their job. It's not like they're being rude. They're not trying to make your life hard. Keep in mind, guys, I know it sounds stupid, but as much as some people in support, they get trained to do a job, but also they don't know trade in. So sometimes they get something, get sent stuff or whatever the case is, they have to forward it on to someone else because they don't know what they're looking at. And then those people give them answers. And
the last thing you want is getting the wrong answer, and then it's like, oh, the people do not do their job. And
so as I say, guys, just be nice. There's no need to be rude. We are the people there to try and help you out. It's just,
You know what,
just,
guys?
yeah, it's just human decency.
I've realized something this weekend. So, I don't know if you saw my story of the 1,000 rand.
Oh yeah, sorry.
So, what I've come to realize is, shit, how do I need to find my words here now. Shit, man, it's so difficult to explain.
But Devin, sorry, while Jeb's thinking it, Devin, that's exactly the thing. Like, support is like cashiers at the Winkels. You need them. The thing is, bro, there's a time and a place for them. But the same way, bro, if you go ask a cashier for something, they don't know the answer. They're going to have to call a manager. They have to call someone. Like, they're not going to just bluntly be rude to you. Maybe they might be slow, but they're not going to be rude.
Oh, this is what I
Like-
want to say. So this is what I realized with this whole money thing. Number one, we're human. We make mistakes. The second thing is we must always be and I also answered this based off the responses on my question. What would you have done if you received the money?
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes we don't see how we affect people. We might think, it's so difficult to explain. Because, okay, here's a good example. Let's say you are rude to support. Trust me, I've also been that guy before. And this weekend gave me so much perspective. Like Keegan said now, they're still human. And if you see yourself superior to these people, but you want to be treated as a human, there's kind of a problem, you know? I still can't find these words.
Bro, we're not holier than thou. It's end of the day, we still people. We still got family. We still like. My thing is, bro, just think of it this way: what if that was your woman working at the end of a support call and you saw someone talking to her like that,
Bro?
So same thing. Like now, it's just the end of the day. Whatever was someone you know, like family of yours, they just doing their job. But now someone strips their moves. So whether it's the same way I carry myself, you don't know who it is. Like, just, again, guys, I don't want to hack on it too much, but just please, guys, just human decency. None of us are better than anyone else here. Yes, you're the client, and they are there to help you, but they don't have to kiss your foot and
Also,
like,
I want to
worship you.
say this quickly as well. I know I speak about it a lot, that customer service is very important. However, also understand that just because you are... Okay, let me put it this way. The customer isn't always right. Because you might perceive yourself as being right, but if there's certain procedures must be followed, which is company policy, there's nothing anyone can do about it, and you have to follow that. I don't know. I feel like an idiot today. I can't find my words.
Yeah, so Hensku, I don't want to step on toes and be rude, but you're like, it doesn't matter to them. My dad is rude to my mom and he is to others. That obviously that's a thing at home. But again, I don't want to step on toes here and say the wrong thing and be rude, but I don't believe that's the right thing. I'm just gonna say that. There's I think it's just the way maybe people are raised and stuff. And again, I think we actually spoke about the one session just to like the new kids coming up, bro, in high schools are flippin' rude. So share the dress will teach the dude manners. I like to know what this guy did though. Champ, no, just again, messaging support. They're trying to help him up, but like when they ask him for something, he doesn't know what the hell he must send. They're telling him, but for example, this guy can't even know where to go find it and send it to them. Then they'll tell him, bro, that's the wrong thing. Then this, then it's that. Then, okay, we'll send us this, we'll look at this. Then he's going on about something else. And then he's just fluking everyone, like, why they're rude, they're useless, no one can do their job, you just passing it around the office. And no, bro, like, just chill. Just chill. People trying to do their job because you can't do what they're asking you for. I don't know where this music's coming from. There we go, guys. This song is called Top of the Morning. We're going to see what we can get here on a beautiful Monday, yeah. Yo, my son raised his voice once to his mom. He learned the hard way what they won't fly miles. Peter, you know what? I'll never ever forget it, eh? So I was raised, I don't know again if you didn't say this was old school, but so my grandparents, my granny and my grandpa stayed at home. So when we finished school in primary school, my grandpa would fetch us from school and we would go home. Then my granny would make us all lunch. We all had lunch and then we all sat at the dining room table and we did our homework. And the moment you've done your homework, you can go play, you can do whatever you want. And I couldn't remember what it was. And the one moment, and my grandpa would go sit like in the lounge and watch TV. And we got upset with something. We're like, no, like I just want to do this. I'll go do my work now and just relax, just leave me alone. And we raised our voice or something, and my grandpa walked in and he just came and he sat down and he said, listen, yeah, me and your nana can have words. We can talk and argue and have our debates, but that's between me and her. But if any of you ever raise your voice to her, I will beat you. And I was like, yo, sorry grandpa, sorry nana, like keep quiet, go do your work. And again, I think that's just where those values you got to have. Again, can't just be old school, can't just be how we are, but that's just it at the end of the day.
Total trader. Kids are born rude nowadays. I must watch out, bro. If I should tell you how I want to raise my kids, you guys will say I'm abusive.
They agree with you, I promise you. I always laugh about it, eh? Bro, this isn't a joke. My mom hit me. Then like I was bleeding on my ass. No, bro, this isn't a joke. My mom hit me, guys, like when I was young. And again, I was flipping naughty, so there's no hate to my mom. I love my mom to bits. I'm a mommy's boy. I love my mom. But she hit me at a point that I literally was bleeding on my ass. And when I look back, it was deserved. I did deserve it. But I was literally bleeding. It hurt to sit on my bum. It hurt.
I was in the same position before. I tell my mom, I'm gonna tell the police. She's like, I say the fucking police.
I'll throw away my hand came from the moment he raised his voice. I'll say a good slap on his face. Kids aren't born rude, they become rude because of how they are raised. It starts with them. Yeah, a couple flat hands will keep you in check, 100%.
The way I see it, so imagine it like this. Imagine a bowl, not like a pop bucky. Imagine the bowl you eat your Kellogg's in. So I see it like this. A child is born, the bowl, which is the head, the subconscious is the bowl, and then when they are actually become, okay, so the way I read it in the book, when they become a functionable family member, when that thing closes, and that's not when they can start thinking for themselves. But as long as that that bowl is open, what happens? Like if you pour something in, right, it starts filling up until like it overflows and it's filled. This is why like all the information that goes into the child's brain when they're very young. This is why some kids can speak 4 languages, some kids can speak 2 languages because of the environments they are in. And I think people overlook the aspect of like what they do in front of the kids. Because because the kids pick up on that, and it's considered normal now. Okay, so Kanye West also made okay, don't take this the wrong way. It's gonna sound wrong. But if a kid jumps on the coffee table, you're gonna say, don't jump on the coffee table. Now he has this barrier of a coffee table, and in all his life he grows up with all these coffee tables that he can't basically jump on. But the idea of it is to understand there's a time and place for everything, and if we randomly act out certain things without making the kids understand, and they grow up and it's hard for you to have them unlearn that, and then people want to, but what happened to the kid? But I always say kids are a reflection of the parents.
100%. I was a little sure so I also deserved it. That wooden spoon, bro, the wooden spoon. You know what was the biggest torment, eh? Was when I caught on cuck, and not only I know I'm gonna get bliksem, but my mom would be like, go fetch the wooden spoon. I've got to go fetch the thing I'm gonna get beaten with. Like really? Like you're gonna mess with me psychology that much?
Nah.
You sent me to fetch the bloody thing.
I feel like that was one of the best ways to teach our kids, because like if you're naughty again, you must go fetch that belt yourself, and you're responsible for your own. And
you still walk in and you just like, oh. And it's the case of they look at your hand, they just bend you.
So I'll say this, ne? So my mom and dad are divorced, and my dad never put his hands on me. My mom always beat me. My mom was always the person. If anything happens, my dad could tell my mom. And then they got divorced. Now I'm like 12, 13 years old. This one day my dad wants to beat me. He wants to give me like a hiding with the belt. Then you think I catch that belt? And I'm like, you're not gonna hit me. He didn't hit me. he called my mom, and my mom beat me.
Bro, you can't win.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, there's the news. Let's see what it came out as. Oh, reload, yeah. All right, so you've actually got it coming out a little bit higher. Again, guys, I don't think it's going to hold, but we'll see what happens there. 345.
Turtle Trader, bro. My advice is, so this is something I've learned from Chris. The first time our call came to PE, the Rito Demon, when he came as a guest, we were driving back to the office and he asked Chris for some advice because that's when he was expecting his baby. And Chris was like, there's no advice. It's your child. So my answer to that would be, bro, only you will know how you raise your kids and why you do what you do to them. People can say whatever they want, but they're not the ones who's feeding them, teaching them, and so forth.
Nah, very, very true. All right, guys. So even though we had this come out a little bit higher, I personally don't think it's going to hold. When we look at the manufacturing PMI this year, if we at least have dollar bullishness for today, I think we at least need this one to come out higher as well. Because there you got the 2. So if that comes out flat, I actually think no. Let's say we've run the prices. I actually want the prices to come a little bit on lower, and that to come out flat. Then you'd kind of have a bit of dollish bullishness across the board. So we will see what happens there. Obviously, guys. So PMI. So again, that's your producers, manufacturing. So again, companies, Nasdaq. That's where you can see a bit more of a bullish move on it. So a lot of guys always will get confused with these ones when it involves companies. Obviously, you can see a mixture in the NAS and US 30. So gold, you can see a bit of that sell-off and DXY trading back up. But as I said, I don't see it lasting in all honesty. So again, you could maybe just get a little potential push up, retest of that key level and come back down. So nothing too much as of yet that's going to make me kind of really consider dollar buys or anything like that. So NAS, USD looking good. Obviously, you want to see at the weekly pivot. As I said to you, moving into the market open, I'd love to still see the bearish push down. At least hold that and go bullish if we are going to see those buys come into play.
So now that someone asked something now, when you cry after getting smacked and you get asked why you're still crying, the thought hit me. The mom would ask you, "What? Yeah, you fix your face." But have you ever had a moment, Keegan? Maybe could have been recently, could have been, like over the past few years, where, how can I put it, where you got upset and you realize that maybe getting upset isn't the best thing for me, where you maybe realize that you can actually hurt someone, like really hurt someone.
Wait, what do you mean?
Like, have you ever gotten so angry? I wouldn't say recently because I don't know, but like maybe you've had an experience where you got so angry, and in that moment of anger, you realize that, damn, if I maybe did that, I would have hurt this person.
I have had those moments, but not recently. I'm not. There's nothing in my life.
What happened?
So for me, there's nothing in my life at the moment recently like that can put me in those situations or are allowed to upset me that it could happen. Obviously, if it did happen, it would be accidental, but it's a case of that's where I'd still need someone to kind of pull me away. Like, I'd look at it afterwards and be like, you know what, it wasn't on purpose, but like, for example, I mean, if someone flipped and hit my car, you know what I'm saying? Like, obviously you can get upset, but it's not on purpose. Hopefully it wasn't on purpose. But in the past, I mean, I've had things, bro. Like, I've had a few interesting ones. But nothing nowadays. Why, did something happen to you recently?
Oh no, I just had some, like, all these talks of us getting abused as kids. Not abuse, obviously, guys. It's not just so many memories popped up. Like, I remember one time my mom told me like that there was this boy. He would want to leave me alone. My mom was like, I mustn't fight ever. Mm-hmm. And then I'm walking and like this boy hits me in my mouth. So I'm like, I'm not allowed to fight. So I come back with a bloody mouth. I'm like, why don't you eat back? And it's like, but you told me I shouldn't fight. And then I remember standing there drinking Coke, as always. And then, because I'm so angry, like what just happened, my mom told me that I'm not allowed to fight and I shouldn't fight. Yeah. That this guy hit me. And I put the glass and I cut my mouth open. but like that's what I mean. Like moments like that where you don't realize how angry you are, and
I
then
get
you
what you're
do
saying.
and you
I get
do
what
some
you're saying.
things where, yeah.
Okay, I get what you're saying there now.
Yo, Clixie, welcome, man.
Oh, where'd the music go? I'm currently short in US30 JVO. So guys, that's what I'm looking at. Yeah, as I said, I'd possibly. So US30, as I said, if it fails at the weekly pivot, the sells are on, but that's a bit late. So where did the music go really? Hold on, chat. Let me just put something on here. Genre. I don't know what that all is. So let's just put that on.
Oh, drunken master.
But yeah, reason being, guys, so I might look at NAS because again, NAS has had the high of the day. If that dollar does go bullish, then we could maybe see the low taken out. Your Asia lows, as I said, untested. So we could maybe see that move coming in here. So just keep an eye out on that one, alright?
Also, why I mentioned it because also I had a similar experience, which I remembered. I won't mention his name. So it was my stepfather's, I think, 40th birthday or 41st. So obviously we had this little party at home, and we had fearful. And then I don't know what happened, but obviously we got a bit lit and whatever the case. And me and my friend, we start fighting. For some reason, we just start fighting. First, he asked me like there at the back of the yard in the corner. It's like, calm down. And like, I don't even know what I'm doing for this guy to be like, calm down, whatever the case. So then eventually, my mom is like, we must leave. We cause a disturbance. Like, okay, fine. So we go outside and we start like grabbing each other. And because like I haven't been physically in a fight with anyone in like the last time I quote unquote fought with someone was when I was doing kickboxing. And he's obviously bigger than me, he's taller than me, and so forth. And like I just remember us being like on the ground, and he's on top of me, and like I realized that like, fuck this guy, man. Like, what's he doing? And I just like I hear the sound coming from my inner chest, and the next thing I saw, I was on top of him, and then looking into his eyes, that fear, like he didn't expect this to happen. And I was like, yo, Jeff, like leave the guy. But yeah, I had a lot of reflection this weekend after everything that happened.
Okay, guys. Just saying, US30, if we do get the break under, as I said, US30 going to go down for those EQs for that test, that 50% pullback of the massive move. So NASDAQ, we might get a delayed move on that one. So we could look at taking a short here. The big thing, guys, is I want to see both PMI moves then come out bullish. As I said to you, if this one comes, doesn't mean long term, but I think it will allow for that little bit of a pullback. So when you look at this, again, not here, but as I said, you can at least have 50% of the move. That EQ is going to be here because of this massive wick on the downside. So we can look for that to be fulfilled. So again, if we can look for that, I'm going to look for the short going into this year then. Just so we are all aware, what I'll be looking at. Purely if that fundamentals can come out. US30 already giving us the show there. It can happen. So we can see that now start to follow a bit more. I don't know, I'm just not phase to involve funding. My trades are closing by itself and got an email saying no stop loss, but I use market execution, and before I can set my stop loss, my trade is closed. Jordan, I think they need to actually sort that out. It needs to, I think it's happening at the moment, but I think they need to adjust it just to give like a 1 or 2 minute window to allow people to enter the stop losses, because obviously for manual execution. Jeff, I'm gonna put it on your screen. I'm coming.
All good. All good. You're also looking for the shorts on NASDAQ?
Yeah, if we get this next PM, I'll also bullish.
Okay. So just to add on there what Keegan said on his NASDAQ. So I have a similar thing in the supply zone, institutional point 18700 R1. if we can just have a full closure here on the 5-minute or the 50-minute, if we can just, let's actually draw a little manifestation candle here. Manifestation. If we can just have a candle closure like that, I would love to see a little retracement to the upside, so we can look for some shorts. Just want to double check what is clapping here.
All right, guys. Yeah, so there we go. I just went quickly. We spoke to the big boss. We're going to make it a thing, yeah, so it will be sorted out very shortly. The stop loss rule, guys, for those that haven't been here, it has been implemented because of the risk team, so it is going to be there. But, guys, what I want you to say is there should at least be a 1-minute window. So what they're going to do is they're going to bring a time limit in to give you time to, if you do manually execute, to bring your stop in. The stop doesn't have a minimum requirement. So, for example, you can go put the chart at literally number 1 on the flipping, on the day type of thing, and you'll be fine. So, again, you can do that, but please just make use of it. So, you will get a soft breach on it if you haven't now in the past. Obviously, it's a warning. They are going to correct it, so those soft breaches might go away. So, it won't be like it'll instantly happen again the next time. But you will have a window. So for the risk team, for I think phase 2 and up to the live accounts, I don't know about phase 1. They might have brought it in as well, but I think it's just phase 2 and the live accounts. You guys have to. So as I say, for example, if you entered here, like let's just say you bought a buyer. I'm not entering, guys. This is, let me just put it on my screen. Sorry, guys. Like let's just say you enter here a buyer on gold. The month you've entered, you can literally, bro, you can come put your stop loss down there where like your account can blow before it hits it. But you just have to have a stop loss. So the stop loss doesn't have to be relevant, if you want to call it that, but it just has to be there. So as I say, you can literally go and make the stop loss. Let's just say, yeah, stop loss level 1. You can go do that. That is fine. That is literally fine. It's there. So you can have the whole account on the wrist, on the table if you want to do that. That's what you want. But you just have to have it there, guys. So it is just something they brought in from the risk team. A lot of the prop firms are actually bringing it in now purely for risk. But as you said, for the instant thing, it will be brought in that a minute, 2 minutes, whatever the case will be there for you guys just to justify and add it in if you do enter manually. 2340 and sell again. Yeah, Jashal, so the 2340 is the area we are also watching out for. Gold needs to break the pivot, otherwise it's going to melt. Yeah, that's the thing. So gold, personally for me, I'd love the 2340 and then the sell-off. But if dollar comes in really strong again now with this next PMI, I think it could be in a little bit of trouble. Gold obviously is rejecting there, holding the Asia highs, so it's still got a shot where it is now. Nasdaq in them, very, very big rejection off of the R1. So you just want to take note of that. Basically holding support on the Asia highs. So keep an eye there. And US 30 about to close. If US 30 does close on this weekly pivot, I definitely think it's on the money to go for that retest. So just keep an eye out, guys. Very, very much the dollar. As I say, I'm not going to say I'm bullish on the dollar. We are bearish. But as I said, this can be the little bit of a pullback. So what we spoke about in the past is these messages can go bullish. These numbers can bring a bullish, but these aren't major news events. So they're not going to change the outlook of the dollar. So they're what we call temporary, just little pushes. So we can see that big push, and in about an hour's time, it can actually just start melting off again. So just keep that one in mind, guys. Okay. So let's just see what happens there. Donvo's ass RR.
Can you quickly throw on my screen? Quickly want to answer, what's his name?
On your screen?
Yeah. I quickly want to answer Callan.
There you go. It's like, okay, so do I just message support keys because now all my trades have closed in drawdown? Jordan, just message support. They will have to correct all of that then as well. I'm sure they will.
So Callan, basically, fair value gap is the relationship between three candles. So usually, let's say this is your first candle. As you know, candles usually have a wick. Just try and make a quick illustration here for you. Let's say that is your wick, and initially your next candle would also have some wicks. Let's say something like this, and then you'll have your third candle. So as I say, the relationship between three candles. So you'll see usually your wicks have some sort of I don't want to say confluence, but you'll see usually what happens is, so there's 3 wicks, middle wick, you would see the wick on this side and the wick on this side. They basically touch each other. So I'll just make it red there. So initially with a fair value gap on imbalance, the wicks don't touch each other, which then leaves you with a gap, hence the name fair value gap. So just show an example here real quick. So you'll see it's quite, so now here's a very important, Callan. Not every fair value gap is a valid fair value gap. So you'll see here's one fair value gap. You'll see if when price came here, so you see how you had a reaction but no clear move. So you have to see your confluences. Just want to look for a good example of where I maybe took a trade. So okay, that's an inverse fair value gap. Okay, here's a good example. So breakaway, and then you'll see here's a fair value gap. Not the best example because obviously in Asia, but that's the reactions you want to see happening from those gaps. But yeah, that's me, geeks. But if you want to take it further, Callan, DM me and then I'll send you a link to a masterclass on it.
Alright guys, so what did I say to you? US 30. I said even though it came out, US 30, bullish move, flipped. It closed lower. Nasdaq pushed up, closing bearish. Gold, what did gold do? All gold's done, guys, is gone for the retest of the EQ. Keep in mind, what did I say to you? I said I want the retest of 2340. There's your retest. Thing is with DXY, what can happen now? DXY did this, but immediately what did DXY do? It's just left a gap to be filled. So I'm not gonna say it's not gone, but just be careful right now. Just be careful. You want to see if these moves can hold on all of them. All of these can flip very, very carefully. So just be aware, guys. I'm expecting gold to flip, and it flips. I want in. Yeah, no, bro, that's the same thing. That's what I'm waiting for. Yeah, all the flips. So US 30, as I said, that's gone for me. Nasdaq, this is where I want to get in. Nasdaq, I think we can catch a nice sell here, and gold, obviously, you could even get the sell off on the EQ. But Nasdaq is what I'm looking at here, guys. That's personally what I want here, because that there was your big pullback with the news and the flip for me. So this is what we're going to wait for here, nice and patient. If we can break under this zone, yeah, by the Asia highs, I'll look then to take those sells. Nothing on the cards yet for you, Jeff?
Not yet, waiting for this Nasdaq to close properly. So far I don't like these wicks.
I'm in the sell keys, took that off the 5-minute fair value gap. Let's see. What on NAS? Alright. Big thing for me though is DXY we need to be careful with, because if this doesn't close, hold support, it could still do this, but we want to see and just be careful of that. So just watch out, guys. Just watch out. Had the same idea, click see, but news claim so stayed out. Yeah. Now I say, guys, just be careful, be patient. As I said, it's Monday. You don't have to force something, don't jump in unnecessarily.
And technically also the first new trading day of the month.
Yeah.
Usually this is when me and Chris have some losses.
Because on the day, what is this looking like? Got a nice long top wick. My thing is, guys, technically on the breakout, you still don't have a breakout here yet. So that's also another thing for us. You need that retest. So that's what I'm saying, guys. Just be careful with these yet. Had the same idea. How's your weekend? Geez, it was alright, bro. We had a bit of a power outage, so I felt like I was in the Stone Age. But we surviving. How's yours, brother? There's been a lot of fake outs in the market today. Exactly, Mark. So that's the thing. A lot of people will see these things, but yet they don't consider it when they trade. So, like, we taking note of it. We know there's that. We've known, as I said, for example, yeah, you've traded high. You've had these big bullish moves. We didn't get the release we wanted to, which was for that market to give us a buy. It actually came out mixed data, so you had the one coming out higher, one coming out lower. So already there, mixed data. That's a no-go for us. But yet the no-go with the mixed data is that it looks like it can flip. You got an Asia low that's untested, so it just looks more viable at this point in time, guys. What did the...
Oh, Bobby, you should know, man. New York is me and Keegan. Man City watched the morning stream for an hour thinking it's New York session.
Hey. So only thing is there, guys, when I actually looked at it, we actually are quite bearish across the board. US steady creeping back up, yeah. Let's see what happens. Because I'm just going over this again, guys. So you had your bullish, PMI bearish. So there's your mixed data, okay? Prices, we got 57. So coming out, that's more a bullish move. So again, mixed data. Yeah, no, it's just mixed data for me, guys. So this thing can go anywhere. As much as you want to look at it, that is mixed data. Gold fighting at the EQ. Yeah, it's gonna be game, because keep in mind, guys, as I said, this thing is the weekly supply, find support there, and these pairs haven't even done much yet. So as much as DXY has died, DXY can die and kind of hit its point of turning around, and these things haven't done anything yet. So as I said, mixed data purely on fundamental occasions. I'm not happy to take anything. Yeah. I know my boy Javier is a bit more risky. He likes living life on the edge.
Wait, what's that? For selling gold right now?
Yeah.
Oh no, gold scares me.
Jeff sees this type of trades and he's like, I want it. Give it to me.
Oh, Bobby, I think you might have thought that because what I said on the alchemy. Now, I had a meeting, but it actually went much quicker than we expected, so I could be back on stream in time.
Jeff just missed us, guys. So he was like, I got to be here.
Dale, so it could do that. I do have a supply zone marked out in that level. The only concern is like if price does get to that point, you will be bullish. So you won't be. I don't want to say you can't look for a sell. That is a place where price could reverse, but you'll obviously take it up for a short-term trade because the thing is, like we discussed earlier, you don't want to swing for the fences on USD and Nasdaq, hoping that you'll take them all the way down to all-time lows.
To the all-time lows.
Yeah, just. I saw some crazy things this weekend, bro.
I want all-time lows. That would be crazy, bro. Yes.
Yeah.
Hold on. Where's all-time lows on USD? Let's
Bro,
just go look at this.
Wait, so I actually did some research this weekend. The all-time low for Dow Jones is 1917 or 1919. And the all-time low for Nasdaq is 1971 or 1970.
Oh, that's far.
Yeah.
Bro, imagine swinging that.
Sure. Now, after holding that, you're no longer a trader. You are officially what we call an investor.
Nah, bro, you own the chart at that stage.
Yeah, Dave, you can't even go back that far. I also had to use a different, I had to go search historical data. That's how long these markets have existed. And the thing is, like, if you go look at that, it's been bullish. USD has been bullish for the last 100 years. Nasdaq's been bullish for the last 50 years. So long term, you're bullish, you're bearish, your buyers must be bullish. And so obviously, like, we can't take these small size sells here, but that's what I'm saying. We can't expect to sell them to all-time lows. Because, I don't think brokers have options where you can say...
Wickful on the weekly. Yeah, Dale, we spoke about it. So you've got a very big wick for NAS on the high top side now, but a very, very big wick. That's what we're saying, this EQ, that's 50% of the move, yet it's all the way down here because of that big bottom wick. So you can, if you're going to trade and continue bearish, you're going to go for a wickful. But if you're just going to trade down and have a reversal, you're probably going to have a 50% move, which is where this EQ is. But again, that's 18,404. So for me, just to round it up, make psychological numbers. So 18,400. I mean, that's not much really a difference on these pairs. Big thing now, see what dollar is going to do at the weekly supply.
Yo, GameStop is pumping again. Yo, 80% today. But you see, King Shaq, that's the thing about USDT and Nasdaq, these companies. If you go look at what happened in COVID and the wars then also, it didn't affect the market so they can crash. And I've come to realize because most of them are tech companies. So from my understanding, from a fundamental perspective like that, the only way these pairs can go to zero is if we go back to the Stone Ages.
Yeah, but just to keep in mind, so guys, those things happen, like what happened with COVID. They can only do 7% in a day, then they'll shut the market down.
Because ask those guys that are having issues to DM me their account numbers.
Issues
because
with
the
what?
tech guys just stop us.
Oh yeah?
Because the tech guys are asking for some account numbers to check.
Okay.
Because on the back end, everything's technically, there shouldn't be any stop loss.
There shouldn't be.
No, like they told me now everything's set. We don't have that soft breach actually, so I don't know if it's to do with the new client dashboard. But we'll sort it out.
Alright, guys.
You guys can just send me that, and then the Project G guys will get the coupon codes today. I'm also sending that into the background.
Okay. Alright, guys. So, two things. Project G, guys, you will all be receiving your coupon codes very, very shortly. That is now at the back end. The guys are with it. So, just keep an eye out for that. And then over to all the guys that have had any issues with that stop loss breach notification on it, anything like that, please send Chris a message on IG with your account number and all that stuff. They're going to look into it because Yeah, we actually apparently don't have the stop loss or anything. So this is actually the new dashboard, which is causing some problems. So that's what I want to look into. So please, guys, if you are having any of those issues with the stop loss thing, please go over and just send Chris a message with your account details. Audio is being weird. JP, what's wrong with the audio? Anyone else? Is the audio weird?
So Dale, the actual number for the bid is $116 million, not 200.
Wait, what happened?
The guy who, that guy who caused the whole GameStop thing, Roaring Kitty.
Mm.
Yeah, so he has a $116 million position. No, am I wrong? Yeah, $106 million position on GameStop.
It's Monday. I think close your charts and relax. Tomorrow's a new day. Yeah. Audio is fine by my side. Audio is fine by me. Audio seems fine. Geez, now mine's cool. Audio good to me. All right, JP, brother. I don't know what's wrong with your audio there, broski.
JP, I've no. What's wrong with the audio? Is it going soft? Like does it sound fine and it goes soft?
Apparently, Jevin has the same problem.
No, because this morning I was in the shower. Now every morning I listen to documentaries, speeches, whatever the case, when I'm in the shower, and I actually got a fright. I thought my phone had water damage, and my audio went like down,
Yeah.
and I was like, "Wait, what? Did my speaker just like prompt my speaker?" And I went back and I was like, "Oh no!" It was just that certain section in the video, but it happened on the TV too, also on YouTube. So I don't know. Maybe it's a thing with YouTube itself. Could be connection.
Could be. James and brother, literally just go back 2 minutes, bro, and you can just send Chris a message with your details and your account number, and they're gonna look into it and sort it out. So that's what we're gonna see, guys. We're gonna see what DXY is gonna do here at the weekly supply.
Yeah, so I think it must be YouTube. Doesn't matter if we water damage our phones, we blame YouTube. Oh, I see now who JP is. Oh, welcome, Jean. I honestly forgot you told me the other day I must call you JP.
Wait, what?
Oh no,
I'm
it's
so
the
lost.
it's the winner of the 2 million account.
Hey. I was so confused, but I'm like, what are you on about, Jeff? Like, you're on your own mission again, yeah, bro.
Nah, I must say I love Jean though. I love it, man's energy.
Nah, good guy.
Nah, all's well, man. All is well. Can't complain. Hope you're doing good. You wanna know a fun fact, John? Sometimes people ask me what's your name. I go Jevin Faro. I'm like, what? Jevin, J? And I just go, call me JP. Call me JP. You know, all my life, people call me Javon. All my life.
Javon.
Every year, every year when school starts, and they call out the grade 1s, the grade 2s, Javon. My matric year, only my matric year. My teacher found like Javon Shaw, and I was like, yo, it took you 12 years.
12 years to get it right.
Yeah.
But you see, Javon, the lesson is they got it right, bro.
Yo.
Good morning, everything in a trade yet? No, brother. We've had a news release, so we've been waiting to see to take something. Yo, so gold battling here at that 23.40, guys. Remember we said this. The only thing is there's no reason yet for the other pairs to do anything, so we just gotta watch out for that.
Oh, I love Linden, man. This man pays his tithes like his church, yeah. Every time makes profit, 10%. 10% comes here. That's why you're so blessed in the market, Linden. Because you're planting seeds. Apparently, if you donate to streams, it eliminates your chances of hitting a stop loss. So
Yeah,
if you
I'll
guys
try that.
say if you guys wanna get stop loss protection there, you have a few options there in the dono button. Yo, I don't even know how. I don't even want to know how they pronounce it because Jean is not that difficult to pronounce. Yo.
Yo, so the thing with me, guys, is none of these pairs are able to get away. Yeah, that's not looking too good for them. Oh, what did we say about DXY, guys? What did we say? I want to see Asia highs. That's what we need to break. So personally for Nasdaq, that's what I want to see, guys. Yeah, I think that's it for me with Nas. US 30. That would be my target. So I don't necessarily like it that much. There's not much of a big trade to catch there. Gold could reverse quite a bit. Yeah, I think it really, guys, just depends what DXY is going to do here now. Oh, Linden. Just a young donor for the G's. Up 2% on phase 1. Hey, keep killing it, brother. Guys, does anyone know? Wait, hold on. Where are we now? Let's just go see. Yo, guys, I wanted to see if we were close to doing a giveaway yet for you guys, but we are not there yet. So gold still battling, Nasdaq still battling, USD still battling. So as of yet, guys, no move for us just yet. We're still going to be quite patient here.
John, only you can answer that question, my man. Only you can determine how much you can afford to lose on the market. I mean, you should always have that, not have that intention to lose your money, but you must always have X amount of money that you are willing to risk on the market. I would never recommend anyone trade money that you can't afford to lose. Yeah. And then when it comes to your personal risk, only you can decide that. Because for instance, I might feel like risking 300 Rand on an account is not a lot if I have a 1,000 Rand deposit, but to you, if that's your last 1,000 Rand, you can't risk 300 Rand in your account because then you only have 3 bullets. So I would suggest look at your ask yourself how much money do you want to make per month. Let's say you say I want to make 10,000. Then there's 4 weeks in a month. 4 divided by 10, that is 2.5. Then you must make 2.5 a week. How do you do that? 5 trading days in a week. 5 divided by 2.5, that's 500 a day. Okay, how do you do that? with X amount risk, you'll need X amount stop loss, X amount lot size, X amount of pips you have to catch. So you have to gonna go sit actually and set small attainable goals for yourself. And over time you master that, smash them, then you can set bigger goals for yourself. That's what I do.
Seems like a lot of work, bro.
It sounds like a lot.
Seems like a lot of work.
I must say, Kaden, bro, this PE rain was amazing this weekend. It was amazing. I can tell. June, July, August, September, October, December, January. No. Feb. A lot of Feb is going to be born here in PE.
Oh, yeah, no, James. Keys that instrumental that just played the name, please. The song just before this was Ringside by Diala. Ringside by Diala. Alright guys, for me there's nothing on these charts. I don't know if you can see, like, nothing's happening.
IG the gang, it's possible with a 500 rand, yes, with Vault Markets. Get yourself a nice 250 deposit, a 250 bonus deposit. So if you deposit 500 rand, you can get up to 2,000 rand extra equity, which you can trade with. Also depends on your contract size. Kellen, no, I'm not exposing myself. I already have a baby on the way. Baby's coming in August. And then, not anytime soon after that. First need to raise this first one.
Tried Crystal Farmer USA thing, bag TP in seconds. Ay.
Beautiful.
Alright guys, so Nasdaq looking like it could actually hold Asia highs and go bullish, so we'll keep an eye on that one. USD though looking like it could still fail here, go lower. So literally these charts are a bit all over the place. As I said guys, honestly nothing really that's standing out to me. I must say in these type of conditions I'm surprised Jeff hasn't taken anything yet.
Oh no, it's too choppy, man. Too choppy.
Jeff dives head first in this type of stuff. TFF stolen my and I've been staying clear of problems for a while. Hey John, I don't know why you're not just here at Vault Funder, brother.
Wait, John, I want to ask you something. Did you buy your account after what happened? Or did you still have your account from before everything happened?
Shaquille Squid in the chat. Can't try another job. Yeah, guys, these things just, for me, there's nothing yet, Chad. Typical Monday, nothing on the charts for me yet.
Everything that I wanted to see, like EU, went up like I wanted to see it. GU as well, but it's just how they moved wasn't in our point of interest.
Yeah, for me, guys, I think that is basically going to be it. There's nothing on the charts yet for me. I'm not going to take anything. Jeff, anything on the charts for you, bro?
I'm still going to keep an eye on USD.
Put it, yeah. What you looking for?
So only concern is like I would love to see them actually close below this level on the 15 minute. Like okay, so seeing that they made this wick, I have to wait for a bigger zone now. So what I would want to see is I don't want to see them tap into the zone up here. I don't want to see any sort of price tapping into that level. But what I would do like to see is basically a manifestation candle, price breaking below that level, then have that retracement into that zone so we can sell. But if there's nothing, then no trade for us, guys.
Alright guys, there you have it. So yeah, nothing on the cards today. DXY, don't know what it's doing. Gold, don't know what it's doing. NAS, doesn't know what it's doing. US30, yeah, they just are really choppy conditions here today, guys. So literally just gonna make the most of everything, but literally rather protect my funds, and we can trade another day tomorrow. It's only Monday and the first trading day of the month, so no reason to jump at it. Guys, I think that's pretty much gonna be everything. So again, say a big shout out to all of you, a big thank you to all of you guys. We absolutely always love the support, and we couldn't be doing this without you guys. We're on the road to 9k, guys. Hopefully we hit 9k tomorrow. Then we'll be doing, there's a 1 mil account giveaway and then 10k accounts to give away, so you guys don't want to miss out for this. Peace and love, guys. Stay safe, trade safe, and we're gonna check you tomorrow.
A quick one before we go. John, just check my comment here. I'm leaving something for you here regarding the spilled milk. This will, listen to this, make you feel better about that spilled milk.
Alright. Cheers, Chad.
Check your chat.